Hi students, this is Srinivas, Department of Botany. This video was shooted with cell phone camera. That's why try to use your earphones. I think that you are doing well. Today I am going to explain about numericals on microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis. To understand that one, we have to know little bit about microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis. This is microsporogenesis flowchart. One pollen mother cell undergoes one reduction division or meiosis and form four microspores, also called pollen grains. Each microspore produces two male gametes. That's why four microspores will produce 8 male gametes by undergoing 8 mitosis. That means number of male gametes is equal to number of mitosis. How can we calculate spindle apparatus? One mitosis, in mitosis, one spindle apparatus will be formed. In meiosis, 3 spindle apparatus will be formed. So this is meiosis means 3 spindle apparatus. This is 8 mitosis means 8 into 1, 8 spindle apparatus are required. So total 8 plus 3, 11 spindle apparatus are required for the formation of male gametes from PMC. Like that, megasporogenesis. One MMC, that is megaspore mother cell, undergoes reduction division and produces 4 megaspores. Out of 4 megaspores, only 1 megaspore is functional. Try to remember here 4 microspores are produced, 4 microspores are functional. Here 4 megaspores are produced, only 1 megaspore is functional. That is the major difference. Try to remember it, my dear students. Got it? Okay. One functional megaspore undergoes 7 mitotic divisions and produces 1 female gametophyte. This 1 female gametophyte contains 1 egg cell, 2 synergids, 3 antipodals and 2 polar nuclei or 1 secondary nucleus. So 7 mitosis means each mitosis 1 spindle apparatus are formed. So that is 7 spindle apparatus. Here 1 reduction is there, 3 spindle apparatus. So 3 plus 7 total 10. So here 11 spindle apparatus are required for the formation of 8 male gametes from 1 PMC. Here 10 spindle apparatus are required for the formation of 1 egg cell from MMC. See, that is 1 reduction division and 7 mitosis are required for the formation of 1 egg cell, for the formation of 2 synergids, for the formation of 2 polar nuclei or 1 secondary nucleus, 3 antipodals. Now we are going to discuss about microsporogenesis problems. So one payasam plant contain 10 flowers. One microsporangium also called pollen sac. Except Malvaceae, all plants are dithecous. Dithecous means number of anther lobes 2, pollen sacs 4. So one microsporangium or pollen sac contains 60 pollen mother cells. Total pollen grains found in them are, we have to calculate. One microsporangium contains 60 pollen mother cells. So what is the relation between PMC and pollen grains? PMC is to pollen grains ratio 1:4, isn't it? So that means 60 into 4, that is equal to 240 pollen grains. So we got for 1 microsporangium. So 4 microsporangium, that means 1 stamen. Why we are taking 4 microsporangium? This payasam is a dithecous stamen. So that is 4 microsporangium are present 1 stamen, that is equal to 240 into 4, that is equal to 960 pollen grains. This will be for one stamen. In Pisum flower, how many stamens are present? 10 stamens are present. So that is 10 into 960, 9600. That is one flower. And 10 Pisum flowers, here they ask 10 flowers. 10 Pisum flowers is equal to 10 into 9600. That is equal to 96,000 pollen grains. So next question we are going to Datura flower. One microsporangium contains 1600 male gametes. Total pollen mother cells, total RDs they are asking. How can we calculate? One pollen mother cell can produce how many male gametes? 8 male gametes. Here they given 1600 male gametes. How many pollen mother cells? So 1600 divided by 8, that is equal to 200 pollen mother cells in one microsporangium. That means one stamen contains how many microsporangia? 4 microsporangia. Why we are taking 4? It is a dithecous. Dithecous stamen contains 4 microsporangia or 4 pollen cells. So 4 into 200, that is equal to 800 pollen mother cells. Datura flower contains how many stamens? That means 5 stamens are present. 5 stamens, 5 into 800, that is equal to 5000 pollen mother cells. So total PMC means 4000 PMC. Total RDs, how can we calculate RDs? Means number of PMCs is equal to number of RDs. That means in each PMC one reduction division occurs. That means 4000 PMCs are there. So that means 4000 RDs. Like that we have to calculate. Third question. We are entering into the third question, my dear students. Are you following? Okay. One Pisum plant contains 5 flowers. Each anther lobe contains 20 pollen mother cells. Total male gametes, I am writing here as GS. This is the symbol of male. GS means gametes. Total male gametes they are asking. One anther lobe contains 20 PMC they have given. That means one pollen mother cell will produce how many PMC male gametes ratio? What is the relation? 1:8, isn't it? So that means 20 into 8, that is equal to 160 male gametes. So Pisum is a dithecous. Here they are not given microsporangium. They are given anther lobe. Dithecous means dithecous stamen contains 2 anther lobes. That's why 2 anther lobes contain 2 into 160, that is equal to 320 male gametes. 320 male gametes in each stamen. One Pisum flower contains 10 stamens. So that is 10 into 320, that is 3200 male gametes. That is for one flower we calculate. So they are asked for 5 flowers. For 5 flowers is equal to 5 into 3200, that is equal to 16,000 male gametes. This is the symbol of male, and small gs means gametes. Like that I am writing. Next we are entering into the fourth question, my dear students. Are you understanding? Okay. Is it clear? Okay. In Allium, umbel inflorescence is present. That umbel inflorescence which is having umbel inflorescence containing 10 flowers. One microsporangium or pollen sac contains 80 male gametes. Total mitosis required. They are asking like that. Then how can we calculate? One microsporangium contains 80 male gametes. So previously we discussed number of male gametes is equal to number of mitosis, isn't it? So that is 80 male gametes means 80 mitosis. That is for one microsporangium. Here Allium, that is a dithecous. Dithecous means 4 microsporangia are present. For 4 microsporangia, that is for one stamen, 4 into 80, that is equal to 320 mitosis. In onion, one flower contains how many stamens are present? In onion, 6 stamens are present. 6 stamens are present. 6 into 320, that is equal to 1920 mitosis. So they are asked for 10 flowers. One flower containing 1920 mitosis, and for 10 flowers means 10 into 1920, that is equal to 19,200 mitosis. Isn't it? Is it clear, my dear students? Okay. Next question. One brassica plant contains 10 flowers. One anther lobe contains 120 pollen grains. Total male gametes formed. Here what they have given, anther lobe containing 120 pollen grains. See, brassica is a diathecus. They have given anther lobe. That means for one stamen, how many anther lobes are present? 2 stamens, not 4 stamens. Sorry, brassica is a diathecus stamen. Diathecus stamen means it contains 2 anther lobes and 4 microsporangia. Again I am repeating, diathecus stamen contains 2 anther lobes and 4 microsporangia. Here anther lobe is given, so we have to calculate 2 anther lobes for one stamen, like that. So one anther lobe contains how many pollen grains are given? 120 pollen grains. 120 pollen grains. What is the relation between pollen grain and male gametes? 4 pollen grains, 8 male gametes are produced. So 1:2 ratio. That means here 120 into 2, 120 into 2, that is 240. So that is for one anther lobe, isn't it? Is it clear? So for 2 anther lobes, do not consider 4 anther lobes. In diathecus stamen, 2 anther lobes are present, not 4 anther lobes. 4 microsporangia are present. So 2 anther lobes for in one stamen. So 2 into 240, 480 male gametes. So one flower contains 6 stamens in Liliaceae. Liliaceae, each flower contains how many stamens? 6 stamens. So 6 stamens means 6 into 480, that is equal to 2880 male gametes. So they are asking for how many flowers? 10 flowers. So 10 flowers. So we calculated for one flower. For one flower, how many male gametes are obtained? 2880. So they asked for 10 flowers, isn't it? So for 10 flowers, 10 into 2880, that is equal to 28,800 male gametes. Are you understanding, my dear students? Okay, thank you. And next question. One pisum flower, one pollen sac or microsporangium is having 80 male gametes. Total spindle apparati formed from pollen mother cell. What they are asking? Pollen mother cell, male gametes. How many spindle apparati are required? 11, isn't it? For the formation of 8 male gametes from PMC, how many spindle apparati are required? 11. So that is one pollen sac contains 80 male gametes. One PMC gives rise to 4 microspores by undergoing one reduction division. 4 microspores again produces 8 male gametes by undergoing 8 mitosis. So one reduction, that means 3 spindle apparati. 8 mitosis means 8 spindle apparati. 11 spindle apparati required. So for 8 male gametes, 11 spindle apparati required. 80 male gametes, how many? So that is 80 into 11 by 8, that is equal to 110. Now one pollen sac require 110 spindle apparati. For 4 pollen sacs, that is for one stamen, 4 into 110, that is equal to 440. Isn't it? One pisum flower contains how many stamens? 10 stamens are present. So 10 into 440, that is equal to 4400 spindle apparati. Did you understand? Okay. Another question. Minimum number of reduction divisions and mitosis required for the formation of 2 male gametes from a PMC, pollen mother cell. That is 1 reduction division and 2 mitosis. How can we calculate? See, 1 PMC will produces 2 male gametes or 4 male gametes or 6 male gametes or up to 8 gametes, how many reduction divisions are required? One reduction up to 8. It may be 1 male gamete or 2 male gametes or 3 up to 8. How many reduction divisions are required? 1. How many mitosis are required? 8. So that is number of male gametes is equal to number of mitosis. Here in this question, how many male gametes are given? 2 male gametes are given. So that's why how many mitosis are required? 2. How many reduction divisions required? 2. So RD means reduction division. Next we are entering into another problem. There is 100 seeds are given. 100 seeds are given. Minimum reduction divisions required. Minimum RDs required. RDs means reduction divisions. So here is a formula n plus n by 4. If seeds number given and they ask meiotic divisions, minimum reduction divisions required, we are taking a formula n plus n by 4. 100 plus 100 by 4, that is equal to 4 ones 425s. So 100 plus 25, that is equal to 125 reduction divisions are required for the formation of 100 seeds. This is also very important problem. My dear students, are you understanding? I think you are following my teaching. Go through once again. Now I am going to explain about megasporogenesis concept. One megaspore mother cell undergoes reduction division and produces only one megaspore which is functional. This undergoes 7 mitotic divisions and produces female gametophyte, also called embryo sac. This female gametophyte contains how many egg cells? 1 egg cell. How many synergids? 2 synergids. How many polar nuclei? 2 polar nuclei. How many antipodals? 3 antipodals. See, 1 reduction division and 7 mitotic divisions are required for the formation of 1 egg cell, 2 synergids, 2 polar nuclei. Later, these 2 polar nuclei are combined together and form 1 second nucleus. My dear students, try to remember ploidy of polar nucleus. Ploidy of polar nuclei is haploid, but the ploidy of second nucleus is diploid. Antipodals, 3 antipodals are for the formation of 3 antipodals, 1 RD and 7 mitosis. To understand the concept, so this is the overall schematic representation. Now we are entering into the problems on megasporogenesis. Okay, my dear students, now we are going to solve some problems on megasporogenesis. Number of reduction divisions required for the formation of 60 synergids. What they have given? 60 synergids are given. What they are asking? Number of reduction divisions. RDs means reduction divisions. See, one embryo sac, how many synergids are present? 2. So that means 1 reduction division is required for the formation of 2 synergids, isn't it? Okay. How many synergids are given? 60 synergids are given. How many RDs required? So that is cross multiplication 1 into 60 divided by 2, that is equal to 30. 30 RDs. Did you understand, my dear students? Next, another question. Number of mitosis required for the formation of 120 antipodals. In embryo sac, how many antipodals are present? 3 antipodals, isn't it? So that means 7 mitosis are required for the formation of 3 antipodals. I am writing as antipodals as AP, antipodals. How many antipodals are given here? 120 antipodals are given. How many mitosis required? Cross multiplication. That is equal to 7 into 120 divided by 3. 3 ones, 3 40s. So that is equal to 280 mitosis. Okay? Did you understand, my dear students? Again, entering into the next question. Number of RDs required for the formation of 60 egg cells. In one embryo sac, how many egg cells are present? Only 1 egg cell, isn't it? So that is 1 RD is required for the formation of 1 egg cell. EC means egg cell. How many egg cells are given here? 60 egg cells are given. How many? So that is equal to 60 RDs. Isn't it? Is it clear? Okay. Number of mitotic divisions required for the formation of 40 polar nuclei. In embryo sac, how many polar nuclei are present? 2 polar nuclei. How many mitotic divisions required? 7. Isn't it? So, 7 mitotic divisions are required for the formation of 2 polar nuclei. And here, how many polar nuclei are given? 40 polar nuclei are given. How many mitosis they are asked. So that is 7 into 40 divided by 2. 2 ones, 2 20s. That is equal to 140 mitosis. Okay? Do you understand? Okay. Next, entering into the another question, that is number of mitotic divisions required for the formation of 60 egg cells. So in each embryo sac, how many egg cells are present? Only one egg cell is present. So 7 mitoses are required for the formation of one egg cell. Don't confuse that mitosis and meiosis. Previously I told that one reduction division is required for the formation of one egg cell. How many mitosis required for the formation of one egg cell? 7 mitoses. Here mitotic divisions are asking, so that is 7 mitotic divisions are required for the formation of one egg cell. How many egg cells are given? 60 egg cells are given. How many mitosis? Cross multiplication, that is equal to 7 into 60 divided by 1, that is equal to 420. 420 mitotic divisions. And the next question, number of mitotic divisions required for the formation of 80 secondary nucleus. How many secondary nuclei are given here? 80. In embryo sac, how many secondary nuclei are present? Only one. That is, how the secondary nucleus will be formed? The two polar nuclei are combined together and form one secondary nucleus. Ploidy of polar nucleus is haploid. Ploidy of secondary nucleus is diploid. So here mitoid divisions are asking, how many mitoid divisions are required? Means 7 mitotic divisions are required for the formation of one secondary nucleus, isn't it? How one secondary nucleus will be formed? By the fusion of two polar nuclei. How many secondary nuclei are given? 80. 80 secondary nuclei. How many mitoses are required? Cross multiplication, that is equal to 7 into 80 divided by 1, that is equal to 560 mitosis. My dear students, I hope that you are understanding my topics. This is the completion of period 6. These are the numericals on microsporogenesis and megasporogenesis. Try to solve these problems one by one. I hope that you are understanding. Go through problems once again. Thoroughly, you have to thorough with this concept, megasporogenesis concept. Okay, thank you very much.